Lonely Attack on the Different World, Web Novel, Chapter 21. Grading system being useless seems to be a historical mystery. Day 19, just before noon, Amoy Guild. No one is trying to pick on me, no one meets eyes with me, no one is looking my way, and the path opens by itself. Well, it's nice, quite convenient. For starters, I go to the reception counter. There. Sorry, this is all the money we have. We will absolutely pay you the rest later, so please, let us off with this today. Please? No, I'm not a robber, okay? I'm not an adventurer as well, though, and I'm jobless and homeless, or can I put Cave as my home address? Crap, I'm a suspicious person. Haraka-kun, sorry about the purchase of the magic stones. There are too many of them, so we are still not done processing them. And as for the share that we have already appraised, we don't have enough funds at the guild. Sorry, but will you accept payment in installments? Whoa, what is going on? Well, for starters, it seems like I wasn't mistaken for a robber, but they still could be thinking that I'm a suspicious person. That's what I'd do. Normally, we would return the magic stones that we cannot purchase, but you are not an adventurer, so normally we can't even purchase the magic stones from you. But we also can't allow this volume to go past us. It would be really regrettable. According to the guildmaster, the guild takes 10% commission from purchased magic stones. It seems to be the rule set by the main branch. That money is supposed to be used for the sake of the guild and adventurers, so adventurers are prohibited from selling magic stones elsewhere under the threat of expulsion. But I'm not an adventurer. I have no relation to the guild. It seems they felt a bit of guilt by taking that 10% while talking about gratitude and special case, despite me not being an adventurer. Since I'm not one, I can just sell the stones at a store, and they would have no grounds to complain. Since merchants would try to strike a hard bargain anyway, I decided to take their kind offer, but the volume was too much for them. But at the same time, if they were sold for cheap elsewhere, it would drop the market price, so it's the problem related to the guild itself. Naturally, we understand that we are not in a position to ask for favors, but please. They seem to be quite concerned, but I actually don't mind. They're so reserved that the conversation goes nowhere. But a single word from the lady with panda eyes at the reception desk solved everything. Almost a whisper. If we can process this, we will get a bonus. I will be able to buy a new dress. I don't mind. It looks like you made them work overnight, so make sure you give them a bonus, I guess. I don't really care, and they have no bookstores. Even if I have money, there are no bookstores. Even if I couldn't become an adventurer, the president and the others registered, and there are probably other acquaintances of ours at the guild, so you are going to support 24 people that I know, so don't worry about it, really. The ladies at the reception desk cheered while the atmosphere of relief swept over the place. They got scolded. Yeah, I get that feeling. I'm always getting scolded too. For now, I receive 8 million ere. Are they idiots? Of course they will run out of cash. Try to bargain a bit. 8 million? Most of the magic stones should have been F grade, though? That's the lowest grade, right? The receptionist lady, who was getting scolded, stepped forward and began explaining with a self-satisfied look. She escaped the sermon. About that. Legendary S-Class and Calamity A-Class cannot be defeated. The only option is to run away. B-Class can be defeated if a whole country gets to it, probably. C-Class might get taken down with the full force of a guild. D is going to be a close battle for a full party of first-rate adventurers. E can somehow be taken down by a top-class adventurer. Everything other than that is just F-Class. Just F. Only F. If there was D grade, the king would have come to award you with a medal. Boy, it's totally useless. There's no point to such a ranking system. Makes sense that there's nothing but F-grade stones. There's no way to understand their value like this. F is split into subranks, from 1 to 10, and with slight variation for other grades. There's a total of 30 subranks. Why did you stop at F? Why wouldn't you go all the way to Z? It's super hard to understand. That is a historical mystery. The most valued stone this time was from F10+. It's my first time seeing it. Most others are F8 to F5. To tell the truth, F10+ alone is worth more than 10 million, enough to make the guild go bankrupt. Which reminds me, this receptionist lady is the one that was crying at the purchase counter. She was giving me glares at the end. Is she an appraiser? She is quite knowledgeable. Are you sure about this? It is a very sweet deal, but there are no advantages in it for you, Haraka-kun. To be honest, we couldn't even bring ourselves to ask for this. It's fine. I was planning to sell the magic stones to the guild through the president and the others anyway. I'm also planning to stealthily collect information through them. Could you please not say this in front of the guild manager and every other guild employee? You aren't being stealthy at all. That's what we would have preferred. Without getting noticed by everyone. As a result, we agreed that the guild will pay in long-term installments. If it's long-term, then I can just threaten them with selling stones elsewhere or demand the whole sum when they try to obstruct the president and the others. So they probably are going to be more cooperative towards them, and the guild, where all that information gathers, being on our side also increases our safety. Then let's go shopping. If you know any good stores around, do tell me. We secured funds, and a lot more than I expected. I also asked about the location of stores, so let's go. Haruka-kun, do you have a moment? The president appeared the very moment I became a rich man. Coercion? Extortion? Shakedown? Or maybe panda? Forget about pandas already, and it's not coercion, extortion, or a shakedown. It's quite the opposite. It seems that she's panicking since the sum turned out to be quite a lot larger than she expected. She is like a mother that worries too much. Ah, the share I left you? Why won't you keep it? You might need it if something happens. But it's the bag full of magic stones. It could be worth an insane sum. I'm afraid of keeping it. I give the president a bag with magic stones in case something happens to them or if they are pressed for money. Having no leeway in funds will put them in danger if they are injured or if they have their weapons damaged. I gave it to them as an investment and emergency funds, but looks like they are troubled by how large the amount is. If you have excess or won't need them, you can just give them back? Probably. That probably means that you could not care less, right? Money is important, you know. Well, I'm not paying rent for the cave. The mushrooms are infinite and free, and the clothes come with an eternal warranty. They are that sturdy. And there are also no bookstores, so basically my lifestyle is, what is money? Can you eat that? And since I'm a loner, I won't have to spend money on socializing. Just leave me alone. So keep them, in case something happens. And if not, well, then you are lucky. Yes, thank you. I'll use them carefully for everyone's sake. I was finally able to persuade the president. Time to go out? Hey, lad, I said that I will return the favor, so let me introduce you to a good place. Oh, it's the Spear Old Man. Looks like he wants to introduce me to a nice shop. Is it a place where one can do fun things with beautiful ladies of another world? If it's in the cave, then I have nothing but pretty unfun goblins. It's only noon, though? We still need, an excuse? After all, search shows 20 enemies behind me. No, it's not that kind of place. It's a weapon store. It's a bit of a peculiar one, hard to find, but it's a great store. What a useless old man. Let's refund him to the Green Wolves. Yep, I think that's what I should do. They kind of turned into shreds, though. I wonder if they will be able to take him back. I can't equip anything as a level 9, but I do have money. If it's actually a good store, then I can just tell the president and the others about it. And it's also supposed to be his thanks. Well, let's check it out. I can consider refunding the old man after that, and I'm a bit curious what a weapon store in another world will look like. Though a fun store with ladies interested me a lot more. Honestly.